Hey guys, this is Scott Leroy Marketing, coming in for their weekly tip. And today's tip is something that hopefully you guys have already started to utilize, but more importantly, now that obviously the coronavirus outbreak is going on, it's even more important to actually share your app with all your clients so that way they can start to utilize this on the go and more specifically from their phone. All right, so since they might not be able to actually go out and potentially see a home right away, all right, this is a great way to actually see it virtually outside of utilizing your website. All right, so you definitely want to make sure that they're utilizing your app so you'll receive all that info. Now, the easiest way to share the app and the best way to make sure that it's branded to you, once you're on your command backend. All right, so I'm currently under command right now, agent.kdb.com. I'm going to click on the consumer option on the left-hand side. Now, this previously was called Sites. Now it's called Consumer. And if you aren't seeing this like I am, all right, I'm using a 27-inch monitor, so it's a little bit bigger than obviously the average laptop size, like 15, 17 inches or even smaller than that. So if you aren't seeing this on your keyboard, press the Control button and then the minus key. Or if you're on a Mac, I believe it's the Command key and the minus key. And that'll zoom out so you can see this instead. All right, there's not a scroll option on the left-hand side, unfortunately, but that way it'll pull it out so you can actually see this. Now, once you click on Consumer on here, all right, this is going to show the back end of your consumer information, so you can actually find your IDX sites, you can find your landing page, you can find your app info. All right, now at the top right up here, if we click on Site and App Settings, all right, this is going to take us to the back end of obviously our site and our app settings. But under URLs on here, all right, so under this URL section, all right, we can click on this, and that'll automatically display our IDX website URL and our app URL. Now, a lot of people will always ask, is there a way that we can actually go through and change the app URL on here? There's not a way to change this quite yet. I don't know if that'll actually be an option in the near future or anything. Now, if you happen to have a domain, you can always forward it, or you can always forward a subdomain at the end of the day. But in this case, if you copy this URL, you can send that to someone and they can download your app immediately. Now, I usually suggest sending this code via text. All right, so if you send that entire URL, it'll go out via text on here. It'll allow them to download it right away. All right, and then if they decide to create an account immediately, it should auto-brand to you. So definitely let them know, hey, once you download this, create an account. Now, one thing to note that I have noticed over here and other people have noticed and they've shared is that if you are sharing your app, all right, so if you notice the app.kdb.com / and your prior code and everything, all right, that does change to kdb.com/download/ and your code again. All right, so that's perfect on here. But one thing that people have noticed is if you happen to have it all capitalized, it'll show your branding on here. All right, but if you don't capitalize it, 2I, JU, 2PO. All right, it may not show your branding on here. If you notice, her headshot and her name went away for Lori Godfrey. All right, so if you are sharing this, just make sure that you share it with all caps on here. 2I, JU, 2PO. All right, and then that'll automatically pop up with your headshot from the marketing profile and your name, once again, for that marketing profile too. All right, so that'll allow people to download your app immediately on the App Store or over on the Play Store. And remember, once they download it, request that they create an account immediately. Now, creating the account is definitely going to be crucial because then they can actually save properties. They can save searches. They can come back on there and see what they've updated. All right, so it's going to be a great way to actually stay up to date with what they're looking at instead of just constantly coming on and starting from scratch each time. All right, so this is a great way to get your app out in front of other people and clients to utilize to ensure that they are now linked with you. All right, and that way you can see what they're looking at in your command backend via the contacts, but more importantly, to give them another avenue to actually search for homes, specifically if they might be staying inside. So here you go. So that is your KDB Command tip for the day.